So does it seem like you just keep picking the wrong person? Like every single damn time you find someone you really like, it just turns out they're no good or they're not good for you. And it gets frustrating. And you're like, why do I keep meeting the wrong person? Well, I'm going to explain to you why you keep being attracted to the wrong person. My name is Stephan, aka Stephan Speaks, back with another dating and relationship advice video. Again, today is for the men and the women, and we're going to be talking about why you get attracted to the wrong people. Before we begin, as always, be sure to like this video, share it, subscribe to this channel, and just listen to what I have to say. All right, so listen, let's get real simple with this first off. I think everyone on the face of this earth has at one point been attracted to someone that was not good for them or was not truly best for them. Because let's face it, we're going to meet tons of people in this lifetime, but they're not all for us, all right? The reality is that the majority of people we meet are quote unquote wrong for us. Now, there's a difference between being attracted to people who are not truly best for us or we're not a good fit with, and constantly being attracted to damaged, toxic, broken people. And I'll explain a little bit more of that as we go along. But the point is, simply being attracted to someone that it's not going to work out with is normal. So the first thing I need you to understand is stop beating yourself up. It's understandable. It happens to everyone. We all see different things that we like. It might be physical attraction. It might be we admire certain things about them. Hell, even when we're not focusing on the exterior or their resume, so to speak. You have some situations where people truly fell for that person's spirit, their energy, their personality, and they were still wrong for you. And that makes it real frustrating because you're like, dang, I thought maybe if I did it or if I looked past the surface, that might serve me well. No, that doesn't necessarily fix anything. I mean, don't get me wrong. We need to be focused on what is going on under the hood, so to speak, but that isn't the cure-all to this. Because again, the reality is that you're going to meet tons of people in your life and you're going to be attracted to them. Now, granted, I will say that if you're noticing a pattern of always being attracted to individuals who not only are not good for you, but they're just flat out bad for you, all right? Now we can start examining things on a deeper level. So for example, one of the reasons why you might be continuously attracted to the wrong person is because you are too focused on looks. Now, do not get me wrong. I believe attraction matters. I believe trying to have a romantic relationship without physical attraction is asking for trouble, all right? However, we don't want to make looks our relationship god, so to speak. We don't want to put it on such a high of a pedestal to where we will now become blind to the other issues that they are presenting. That we will become blind to the red flags because we're so caught up in how good they look. So we have to have this balance of, yes, let there be attraction. I am not going to encourage or push you to date people that you are not attracted to, all right? But I'm going to encourage you to not get caught up with people simply because you're attracted to them. You've got to still be aware of the person that you're dealing with. And when you see the issues, you know what I say, when you see the red flags, you address them. If they can't be corrected, you keep it moving. Another general reason why you may be continuously picking the wrong person is because of you're being too focused on the resume. So let's go past looks right now. The resume is, oh man, they have no kids. If that's your thing, I'm just giving an example. They have no kids. They look good. They make this kind of money. They graduated from this college, whatever the case may be. They have a resume that it shows them in a great light. And you get caught up in the resume. You get all hype about what you're seeing on the surface. But again, you've done it to the point where you're ignoring or you're becoming blind to the character of the person. All right. And so you've got to be mindful of, again, having enough awareness that the resume does not fool you. The resume may open the door. The resume may allow you to say, you know what, there's potential here, or, you know, we have a solid prospect in front of us. But you do not allow that to blind you to the point where now you will try to make it happen with this person because you want all these qualities or these things on their resume that they're portraying. That is where we get into trouble. So you've got to be mindful of that and take a step back, especially if that has been a reoccurring pattern for you. Because so many people are choosing based off of the resume and they're not being more aware of the character. They're not being more aware of the spirit, the connection that needs to be there, the deeper things that need to be at play, because you could get everything you want. Actually, you know what? I'm not even going to say that full statement. I'm going to keep that statement for the very end. All right. So let's just move along. So again, you got to look past the resume. Now, here's another reason why you might keep continuously being attracted to the wrong person. Because you love to date for potential. Yeah, I said it. You have this mentality that I'm going to look for that diamond in the rough that I can mold or build up, or they just need a little fire, a little help, a little push, and I'm going to get them there. And there's really other reasons why you keep dating for potential. But the point is, so many relationships like this, where you're focused on the potential of the person, ends up being a very damaging, destructive, toxic relationship. And a lot of times it's that seeing their potential, and I'm not saying all the time. There are some situations that have fortunately worked out, but for a lot of people, it doesn't, because you have to understand the deeper reasons why you are doing it. And so what I feel the need to mention right now is that a lot of times this dating potential or this dating someone that you know isn't where they need to be yet to have a successful relationship with them, or at least you're not aware of that completely, sets it up for the whole codependent narcissistic dynamic. All right. A lot of times you're getting with this person who essentially needs you. All right. And the reality is that you do this because it provides you with a level of security. It makes you feel more valued in the relationship. It makes you feel like they've got to be happy they got someone like you, so they're going to be more likely to be loyal, more likely to pour into your needs. You feel safer there emotionally. And this can happen with men and women, okay? Bottom line. But then because it's a dynamic where you got to give, and initially you're okay because, again, you view it as, I just need to help them out. They got potential, blah, blah, blah. It ends up being a situation where they keep taking and taking and taking. And now you're drained. And now your eyes open. You're like, oh my God, they're a narcissist. But oh my gosh, you're codependent. Oh my gosh, you got into this because you thought it was going to be safer. Oh my gosh, you got into this because you haven't healed. Which brings me to another point. The reason why you keep being attracted to the wrong person is because there are parts of you that you have not healed that are drawn to these types of individuals. If you have grown up in dysfunction, you will be drawn to dysfunction if you have not healed and resolved that. All right. If there's issues with your father, you might be trying to replace him. Same thing with men who did not have their mothers or issues with their mothers. There's all kinds of trauma-related issues that now creates trauma bonds in relationships, that now creates dynamics where you will allow yourself to deal with something you know isn't best for you, but you have normalized this toxic behavior for various reasons. You have developed an unhealthy attachment to these individuals because, again, you have not healed. So the source of any kind of relationship where you entertain toxic behavior, where you entertain damaging, dysfunctional behavior is a lack of healing. I have never in my time doing this, all my years being a coach and speaking about relationships and writing books, I have never met someone who found themselves in this relationship who did not have something very specific they needed to heal from, if not multiple things. And yes, a lot of times it stems from childhood. And that childhood trauma continues on into their adult life, into their relationships, and now creates this dynamic where you keep being drawn or attracted to the wrong people. And the other reason I kind of mentioned it earlier is because the dysfunctional toxic person feels safer emotionally than the healthy one. Because with the toxic individual, you actually feel more at home. You also feel like, again, it's safer emotionally because you don't truly feel vulnerable with this individual. They're showing you all their negative traits out front. You know what you're getting yourself into. And if your mindset is, well, the world is just one big negative place, this place filled with men and women who want to hurt me, well, it's easier to be with the person who you already know what their issues are. But when you meet that healthy, loving person who wants to give you the world, you're like, what's the deal here? What's really going on? You can't trust it. You can't believe it. You question everything about it. You will self-sabotage before you allow yourself to be with that person. It does not feel safe being with them emotionally because now you feel vulnerable. And now you will be expected to step up to the plate in a way that requires more emotional maturity, in a way that requires you to heal, in a way that requires you to be vulnerable. And if you're not ready to face the issues that have created this fear of vulnerability in you, you're not going to be able to be with this person. So you will run from the right one and you will run to the wrong one. And this contributes to this ongoing cycle of why you are continuously attracted to the wrong person. But remember I said earlier, I had a statement, I had to cut it halfway through. The other reason why you're constantly attracted to the wrong person is because you're focused on what you want and not what you need. At the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with wanting what you want, but you've got to not allow that to blind you from what is actually necessary and needed in your life. And there are many people out there who got exactly what they wanted and still weren't happy. They got exactly what they wanted and were still miserable in that relationship. And it still failed them because what you want is not what you need. And in order for you to understand what you need time alone. You need time to get to know yourself. You need time to love yourself. You need to heal because that lack of healing is blinding you from what's necessary in your life. Now, I got to also add in there, connect with God. Your relationship with God will help you in fortifying the foundation of what is needed and necessary in your life. Now, again, it doesn't mean you're going to end up with some person that doesn't have anything you wanted and it's like, I just got to deal with this because it's what someone claimed you needed. Nah, I don't want this to sound like discouraging in that way. I want you to know that what you need is going to be what makes you happy. It's going to be what makes you feel like you're at peace and you're in the right relationship. What you need is going to fulfill you. What you need is going to give you a life of greater purpose and joy. So trust and believe what you need is best. And God knows what you need, but you know what you want. And we've got to make sure we're not letting that get in the way. Because it is definitely another contributing factor to why you are continuously attracted to the wrong person. But again, like I said in the beginning, we have to understand we are going to meet people who we are attracted to who are wrong for us for various reasons. That is life. So the key here, the key to all of this is not that you are attracted to the wrong person, but do you entertain them? And if you are always entertaining the wrong person, then yes, we have a huge, huge problem. Don't get me wrong. The attraction part, it still is a problem that needs to be addressed. But because we're going to have that dynamic to some degree in everyone's life, the bigger part is the entertaining. And you got to learn to stop entertaining the wrong people. Stop allowing the wrong individuals to linger in your life. Stop trying to make a relationship work that never belonged in your life to begin with. Stop trying to be with this person that you know you're not even into them like that. You have an unhealthy connection or attachment with this individual. Not connection, that was a slip up. You have an unhealthy attachment with that individual. And you have to recognize these things. And when you can learn to stop entertaining the wrong people, now you make room to receive the right one. Now you can be available for that great relationship. Now you can make more time for yourself. Now you can make more time for healing. Now you can make more time for finding your purpose and walking in it. Stop entertaining the wrong people. And when you do that, you will set yourself up for greater success. Hey, thank you for watching this video. Be sure to check this one out right here, and I'll see you there. A lot of people are dating with their representative. A lot of people are entering into relationships with their representative. And you're sitting here claiming you love them, there's a connection, but who the hell are they connecting to?